So first of all, I will like to show my slides so that you will judge you are going to learn something from this lecture or not. Hello students, today we are going to learn about this topic that is critical speed of shaft. This is the topic of vibration and we will learn it by the help of a simple analogy hammering on spring mass analogy, and you will clearly understand that what exactly this concept is. See, you would have seen this is an example that there is a truck and from the engine a shaft is running, so it is transferring the power of engine to the wheels. Okay, so this shaft spins and transmits the power. You know that there is a particular angular velocity, particular amount of spin with which if the shaft is spinning, the shaft will start vibrating vigorously and will break. It can break, I mean to say. So the shaft must not spin with that angular velocity. If it is spinning with that particular speed, that is called as critical speed, the shaft will start vibrating vigorously and it can lead to failure, mechanical failure. So this is the spring mass analogy. Suppose that there is a mass which is suspended by the help of a spring, you can see. Okay, and this is the mean position of the mass. Right now it is not vibrating. Okay, now in case the mass is deflected like this, okay, and I take a hammer and give a blow, it is at amplitude. Okay, so if blow is given, then the amplitude will increase because energy has been added. Now hammer is removed, what will happen? See, amplitude has been increased, so to the positive side also it will reach to this much amplitude because more amplitude is developed by the help of this hammer. Okay, so like this. Now again I am taking a hammer and again amplitude increase. Okay, so you can see now the amplitude has been increased. So in this case, from in position it will go to this much amplitude now, like this. Again hammering. Okay, so amplitude is continuously increasing, and ultimately the last hammering and the spring breaks. Okay, so this is what the spring mass analogy for this concept. Okay, what does it means? That in a synchronized fashion, if I hammer the mass which is vibrating on the spring, means exactly when it is at amplitude, it is hammered so that amplitude increases. Then with continued increment of amplitude, a time will come that no more amplitude can be accommodated by the spring, so it will break. Now coming to the topic, suppose this is a shaft, you can see the shaft. So and shaft has elasticity. Suppose I am applying a force in middle of the shaft like this, and then I am releasing it. Means the shaft is deflected right now. So what will happen? The vibration will set in. You can see these are the vibrations up down up down. Okay. So because shaft is elastic, and what will be the frequency of vibration? We know this thing that frequency, angular frequency is given by root k by m. K is the spring constant of shaft, m is the mass. And what is the frequency? It will be 1 by 2 pi root k by m. Frequency means in cycle per second. What will be the vibration? And this is the angular frequency. Now, suppose shaft starts spinning. What will happen? Due to spin, the centrifugal force will develop in the shaft. So, centrifugal force will develop a bow in the shaft because the centrifugal force always acts in radial direction opposite to that of center of rotation. You can see against that of center of rotation. So, the centrifugal force will act and it will develop a bow type shape. Okay. Now, imagine a case that the natural frequency of shaft is 2 cycle per second, means of vibration, that f. Okay, as well as shaft is spinning with the same cycle per second, means 2 cycle per second. Once again, the natural frequency of shaft is 2 cycle per second, natural frequency of vibration, as well as the shaft is also spinning with 2 cycles per second. In such a case, the centrifugal force will hammer each time it reaches the amplitude. I will show you by the animations. Okay, so this will keep on increasing the amplitude and ultimately no more amplitude can be beared by the shaft and it will start vibrating vigorously and it can fail like this. You can see that this is it is vibrating with 2 cycles per second as well as it is spinning also with 2 cycles per second. So from mean position it will reach the amplitude in 0.125 second. You can calculate this. Okay, so it is at amplitude as well as centrifugal force is also acting in the same direction, so both will add up. So this centrifugal force will develop a hammering type of action, so amplitude will increase. You can see amplitude has increased due to that acting centrifugal force. Okay, now in next, in 0.75 seconds, this shaft will reach toward lower side with the same amplitude as it is in negative side with the same amplitude like this. Okay, so again it is spinning with same frequency, that is 2 cycle per second. So this centrifugal force will act on the shaft and amplitude will increase even higher. Okay, like this continuously, the amplitude will go on increasing. When it will go to the top, again due to centrifugal force, amplitude increase, again going toward bottom, again the amplitude increases. Okay, so after couple of cycles, so much amplitude will increase, you can see cracks are developed and ultimately it can break. Okay, means it started vibrating vigorously and broken. Okay, so this is what the concept of critical speed of shaft. So what's the conclusion? The conclusion is that in case a spinning shaft is there whose natural frequency is omega and the shaft is spinning with angular velocity of omega s, then the magnitude of omega and omega s must not be same. For example, suppose natural frequency of vibration of a shaft is 12 radian per, therefore it must not be rotated with 12 radian per second angular velocity. Okay, so this natural frequency of vibration is what the critical frequency of shaft or critical speed of shaft. So I hope by this small lecture you would have understood about this topic, that is critical speed of shaft. Thank you.